Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from a different perspective. Famous TikToker blasts her dad on social media, and he responds. Let's get to it. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
So I'm going to let this video speak for itself, and I'll save my thoughts and opinions to the end. Listen to this.
You know me, I'm going to interrupt in between.
Okay, I wake up at 6 a.m. to do some work. I get my coffee. I sit down. I open my computer. And what am I greeted with? Well, hundreds of comments calling me a deadbeat dad, a child abandoner, and all manner of other insults. So I think, what's this all about? Well, after a few minutes of investigation, I discover that my daughter, Maddie, has made a video about me. She's a screenwriter in Hollywood. She's also a big social media influencer with millions of followers. Some of her videos get millions of views. And this video has...
Dude, the dad, the way he's speaking, so like upbeat and friendly and just so engaging like that. Who wouldn't love this dad?
tens of millions of views, 1 million likes, 20,000 comments, 40,000 bookmarks, 30,000 reposts. It's just insane.
What?
So I thought I'd better watch this video. And frankly, I was pretty chagrined by what I heard, to say the least. But honestly, the more I watch this video, the more I like it. Well, I like about 98% of it.
Ooh.
However, I do need to correct a few statements in the video. But first, let's just watch Maddie's 90-second video, and then I'll give you my comments.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny? It has to actually be funny. I'll go first. My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing.
Some more context is needed here. Needless to say, I will talk about this in a moment. All right, let's continue with the video.
And he got really good. He like blew up. Like he became like a D-list celebrity status, like viral breakdancer. He became like the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world. Then he got on Good Morning America and talk shows, and Washington Post wrote about him, and he went super viral, and he did all these interviews, and he danced with Paula Abdul. And here, I'll show you.
To see, take a look at this 60-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60 years old. Amazing.
Damn.
Competition in Philadelphia, and he may not have won, but I tell you what, he is winning over a lot of people on the internet. Yes. He really is. Yep, he's winning a lot of people on the internet.
This guy wouldn't pay my medical bills.
That is not true. More on that in a minute.
The worst part, damn it, he's good. He should not be able to move his body like that. It's like impossible. It's beautiful. Hey, Dad.
Thank you, Maddie.
Like there was no split custody or anything. Like he just like left 4 kids to do that. He may not have paid for some of my medical bills growing up, but he did give me this breakdancing merchandise. So that's him. He's on his
That is a nice shirt.
It's his b-boy name because his name is Ben Hart. You know, I'll get texts like this, "Happy birthday?" ? And then like links to his breakdancing video.
That's true.
If you have funny trauma, like actual funny haha trauma, I need to hear it. Thank you.
Okay, in many ways I love this video. And of course, I love my daughter Maddie. And we get along great. At least I think we do. But a few corrections are in order, or at least a few things that need to be put in context. First, I can see that as a 5-year-old, Maddie would see her dad as having abandoned the family. One day I was living there, the next day I wasn't. And that will look like abandonment to a child. But married couples do get divorced about half the time in America. And I was just living a mile or so down the street in LaGrange, Illinois. We just weren't living under the same roof. Now, about not paying medical bills, that's just not correct. Here was the financial arrangement of the divorce. Maddie's mom, my ex-wife, got $2 million at the get-go.
I knew this guy was wealthy. I kind of knew that by like his Bitcoin shirt, because I'm almost positive this guy is super into Bitcoin. He probably got into Bitcoin before he blew up. But $2 million off the rip? Woo! Go on.
Out of the gate, a lump sum payment. Plus, I was paying her $18,000 per month.
$2 million and $18,000 a month? My God, good sir. How do you still have an upbeat attitude about everything? All right, go on.
in child support and alimony. This was later reduced to $12,000 per month. And of course, I paid health insurance and out of pocket medical costs. I also put $600,000 into the kids' college fund.
I almost want to cry. This is probably one of the best fathers out there, still providing for their kid. $2 million lump sum, still $600,000 in each of the kids' college funds, still takes care of all the bills, plus $18,000 to $12,000 of alimony and child support payment every month, and he's still so upbeat and friendly and happy? What have you been doing, good sir? How have you coped with these things? Tell me. Share with us lobies that have not gotten to this point to be so happy and happy-go-lucky after you've been fucked over so hard.
In all, I paid out about $5 million to my ex-wife to cover costs for her and the kids. And this is in 2005 dollars. So add 50% to account for inflation. In other words, I was not a deadbeat dad at all. And by the way, Maddie did not say that in her video. But a lot of the comments assume that and say that. Now, of course, there was no way for Maddie to know how much I was paying because she was a kid.
Correct.
This wasn't something I talked about. Also, remember that I was living 1 mile down the road from the kids in LaGrange, Illinois. Sidewalks all the way. An easy walk or bike ride. I saw the kids all the time. No abandonment, just a divorce. Was I at fault in the divorce? Yeah, I would say I was about 70% at fault. I own that. Maddie's mom and I were really not compatible in many ways. We were compatible in some ways, but not in other ways. Do I regret marrying Maddie's mom? No, absolutely not. If I had not married Maddie's mom, Maddie and her 3 siblings would not have been born. They would not have existed. The kids have turned out great. Maddie graduated from Northwestern University and is a screenwriter in Hollywood. Maddie's older sister, Tori, is a partner at a hedge fund on Wall Street, and she's getting rich.
Oh, I see why this gentleman is so happy. His offsprings are flourishing. They're doing wonderful. They're making great money. They're becoming famous. They're becoming wonderful, high-end people. I can see why the gentleman is smiling and happy about what he's done.
Maddie's younger sister, Olivia, just graduated from college and is teaching English to first graders in Thailand. Her older brother, Peter, is getting a master's degree in psychology. I get along great with all my kids, including Maddie. At least I think I do. So the kids are doing just fine despite Dad's many shortcomings. One other slight correction, which I hesitate to even bring up because I love the way Maddie did this in her video. I did not abandon the family for breakdancing. I have a career. I'm in the advertising business, built an ad agency. That's how I was able to afford to pay Maddie's mom $5 million. Maddie's mom and I separated in 2004 and divorced in 2005. I took up breakdancing entirely by accident in 2012 as a way to get in shape at the age of 54. I then just kept doing it. I'm now age 66. Now, some of you might be wondering, can he still breakdance at age 66? Well, I don't know. Let's see. I'll give it a try.
He's so
Okay,
fucking
Maddie, let's see how the
awesome,
old
dude.
man does.
This dad is one of the best dads ever. Dude, you know he's wealthy. You know he's wealthy. Bitcoin shirt with a big Bitcoin banner in the back. This guy's a Bitcoin millionaire for sure. If he got into Bitcoin in the earlies when, he separated in like the early 2008s, this guy is beyond wealthy. Dude, he moves so much smoother than I do. Holy. Woo!
Moving like this. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep
Like as in the gym. Get limber, boys. So you can still do shit like this in the later ages.
My man's is nasty at 66 years old. 66 years old. What you know?
Dude!
method.
The main point is that it's never too late to start breakdancing. I started when I was age 54. I'm now age 66. So there's really no excuse for anyone not to be breakdancing.
I feel there's three different ways that you can look at this situation and understand how it came about. The first one being that maybe the mother told her and her siblings
Agreed.
how to paint a negative image in their mind of their father, which is why she's telling these stories saying that, hey, my father ran away, he abandoned us when I was 5 years old, he didn't pay for my medical bills. Maybe the mother put that in their head so that they can view their father.
Different perspective. We know the mother did it. You don't have to say the mother probably did it. There's no way for her to think of abandonment and just the way he left us for breakdancing and all these things. Kids don't usually think of it that way. Maybe the abandonment part, but it's the mother instilling a lot of these talking points to the kid, and the kid just believes it.
Negatively, right? Number two, I feel like it's a possibility that because this girl is this big influencer that she is with millions of followers, that she's using this story just to gain some more traction, just to get some more attention. Because what's popular on TikTok right now, women talking about their trauma, their childhood trauma, relationship, parent trauma, very, very popular subject on TikTok, right? So
Possible.
she's riding the
100%
bandwagon,
possible.
right? Or the last one, she didn't have these conversations, these important conversations with her father. So it's her truth versus his truth. Both are right. Because like the father said, at 5 years old, if the father up and leaves the home, it may look like abandonment to a 5-year-old child. So that's part of her truth, right? Your lived experience is that he abandoned you. Why is it that you feel that way? Because things aren't what they once were. One thing I really liked about this video is that the father took accountability in all the ways that he knew he had to in order to clear his name. Because what his daughter did, even though she received so much traction on that post, millions of likes and views and shares and comments to the thousands, she didn't take the video down when she saw that most of those comments were calling her father a deadbeat dad when he was anything but that. You can't call somebody who forked over $5 million to make sure that you guys had everything that you need, $600,000, so that all of the kids can go off to college and not have to pay a dime. That came all out of his pocket. It had everything y'all possibly needed taken care of. Shame on her for trying to paint that negative image of her father to the rest of the world. But again, shout out to the father for keeping it calm, cool, and collective.
He was awesome.
He could have easily gotten highly upset with his daughter, went off on his daughter to the point where it could have actually caused some serious damage to their relationship. But he's a good man. He's a smart man. He's not going to allow that to happen because he knows the foundation of the relationship that he built with his kids is the truth. And what she put out on the internet isn't. Really appreciated how this man handled this situation with such class and poise. Shout out to him for that. But anyway, leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. See ya.
Whew, shout outs to a different perspective. That was a good breakdown. Shout outs to the father. I've never seen an older gentleman get trashed on the internet and speak about his daughter so brightly, so positively, smiling ear to ear, complimenting her, and correcting her in such a manner that it wasn't devastating to her image, it wasn't devastating to her social media empire or whatever it is. It's a good dad. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.